Oh, I unplugged that camera. Huh? So let me know. Okay, honey tribe. So people are not obviously used to me being on my live. That's fine. So let's talk about today. Let's talk about today, honey tribe. And yes, I must say honey tribe because I don't like bitter people. I don't like sour people. I don't like stank people. I don't like haters. And I just don't like nasty energy, you know? So make sure y'all go check out the tarot videos that I did upload, well, the live, and then I also did an update of some stuff, some real valuable information. I'm gonna make sure I put the link to the other channel so that y'all can go see. Obviously, I'm talking to the divine masculine and the divine feminine people. So I do need to plug my phone up on the charger because I've been on it all day, all morning. So let's just talk about the title. Be a hater, okay, or be a stalker. Obviously, I'm talking about gang stalkers. They really need to pick a struggle at this point. So I was on a live streaming app that I have, that I'm very familiar with, that I've been on and off, you know, over the last few years. A friend back in the day tried to tell me about it, and I just was like, Bigo, you know. And she was on there and she was like, yeah, I just get on, I do my makeup sometimes, da 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 da. And she kind of put the camera on me. I was talking to the people or whatever. They was sending her gifts and stuff. But anyway, so why I get on there today, y'all? And I got up this morning at 5 because you know sometimes I'm a night owl and sometimes I like to get up early in the morning, you know, at the crack of dawn before the sunrise and stuff like that. And so anyway, I fell asleep after I took a shower yesterday. Um, like I said, y'all know I uploaded some videos. Well, I was on live over here and I uploaded some videos on Princess Diamond Tarot, which also let me insert and let you guys know. Once I get this storage stuff situated again, as far as my phone, I do realize it was saying that because I have a lot of apps on my phone right now. So I do need to just find another phone to, I guess, just upload videos on. I don't know. I'm still figuring that out, which is why I've been on the Bigo app. So you guys, that's here strictly because of the messages, the readings and stuff like that. I am gonna start doing the readings over there, but I want to make sure that y'all already know so that you have the time and you have everything situated so that y'all can tune in. You can ask your questions, you can cash app, donate, and support, right? Um, so why I get on there early this morning, you know, just vibing, you know, just doing me, loving, you know, my energy. I like my energy. You know, I'm open to other people's energy if it's compatible with mine, if they're high vibrational as well, you know, if they can hang with my vibe. But anyway, so I get on there, you know, I got some tunes going, y'all. I'm relaxing, everything is good. You know, a few people came over and gifted me over there. That's like a whole nother level over there, y'all. Like, you know, I don't expect all of my supporters to always cash at me or do the super chat thing. You know, I don't put no pressure on that because y'all know as a divine person, I'm never just stressing it. I'm never like a begging bitch, you know. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And just like they say, it ain't tricking if you got it. If a person want to support and a person got it like that, they'll do it. So that's kind of like what the vibe is over there. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, I would say that's like for the high rollers. So anywho, I'm over there, I'm vibing, y'all, minding my business. You know what I'm saying? It's early. It ain't that many gang stalkers up. It ain't that many much negative energy up. Listening to some of the songs of the week that I've been, uh what's the word? They've been resonating with my energy or whatever. That's if you know how music is, when you're real high vibrational or you just real divine. And so I'm listening to it and stuff and I'm chilling, and for like the first few hours, everything was good, right? And I know all of my divine, and chosen one, divine people and chosen one, divine masculine, divine feminine, yes, divine feminine this, divine feminine that. You damn right. I know y'all will appreciate this type of talk. You can't. It's a time and a place for everything, and you can't just vocalize this type of stuff. You know, when you at work or when you're somewhere where you just can't talk about it. So, y'all, the first few hours went so good. Tell me why I want to say like around 9-ish, because I had already made plans. I said I'm gonna do 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I sit up, I watch TV. Your girl be chilling, feet kicked up, relaxing, no stressing, no worries. I don't let these people get to me. They can't. I'm a real queen, and the Most High is gonna see to that I am treated as such. And I also advise a lot of you guys, divine masculine, divine feminine. You have to know that you are now karmic people. They don't have a choice but to be treated like trash, stepped on, and drugged, and that's what they deserve. If you out here gang stalking people, if you out here trying to mess with people's money, people's family, and stuff like that, that stuff is going to catch up to you, okay? Even if you think you're getting away with it right now, eventually you're going to have to deal with that. So, anyway, just doing what, real divine people do. Just enjoying my peace, listening to some music, y'all, looking to see who was online that, like I said, had some good energy as well. And I did chat with some few people, had a good time overall. So y'all, why this dude? I want to say it was like around 8ish, 9:30. I had already been telling the people that I was chatting with on there. I was like, well, around 10, y'all, I'm gonna get off because it'll be about 5 hours. So tell me why this dude that had hit me up or whatever, at first he was, coming off like he was cool. He's telling me where he from, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a hard person to get along with. I'm not an easy bitch, but I'm not a hard person to get along with. You give me respect, I give you respect. So long story short, one of the top gifters, one of the dudes that was showing love or whatever in the chat, he doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. Tell me why the dude that came off cool or whatever, we just gonna call him Bama bitch, right? Tell me why this guy, y'all, it was so funny, man. Like, tell me why this dude, he just, first he started messaging talking about it's a troll. That the dude that was doing his thing, whatever that was showing love and shit like that, ringing the bells and, showing, dropping gifts and stuff. Tell me why he started trying to call him out his name and hating on him. I already knew the nigga was hating on him. You know what I'm saying? I guess his pockets was hurting or I wasn't talking to him enough. I was just showing love to that one guy. I don't know, y'all, but tell me why this dude start going the fuck off like a real nutcase. He just was like, that dude is a troll. I'm finna report him. I'm finna report this, report that. Mind you guys, there was people in there like eating his ass up. It was like, how can you report her? She's not even like a real like qualified host right now. Because I'm still waiting to be approved, which I already know I'm gonna be approved or whatever. And so anyway, tell me why the guy, he's starting to argue with everybody. Like at this point, we all just laughing at his ass. Like he just saying all kind of crazy ass shit, talking reckless. So one of the other guys that was in there, they cammed up or whatever. He like, nigga, what you trying to say? Like I'm sitting, poolside. I got a pool or whatever. Look at this mansion I'm in, nigga. I got real fucking bread. Da 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 da. Because the dude was like talking real reckless, like trying to call me out my name and shit like that, which of course, y'all, we all adults. Like, there's no sensitive skin over here, but I'm not gonna just sit up and like listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But I did let him entertain my my audience for a second, because you know me, like I will get in the zone and I will vibe out. Like I will vibe the fuck out and I will see who can keep up. So, and it was a few people able to keep up with my vibe. We was chatting or whatever. But anywho, tell me why this man had really hurt this dude feelings so bad, y'all. I was trying not to laugh, but I was laughing right in his face. He was like, saying how much money he got, showing where he was at, telling him to pull up, this, that, and the third. And so the other dude was mad. He was just like, drop the location, nigga. Drop the location. And you two host or whatever. And so, of course, like I said, I really wasn't like entertaining nothing he was saying. Like these are not strangers. These is not niggas that's ever gonna fucking touch me. They're never gonna pull up on me. They're never gonna, have access to me at all. Like what type of work have you put in to have access to me? Like who the fuck do niggas be thinking it is, y'all? Like I know all of the divine feminine, all the empresses. I already know that y'all deal with this type of stuff. That's exactly why I be watching y'all videos. Y'all females that be talking about the stuff that you deal with at work, the stuff that you deal with just being in a stupid ass society full of clowns. So yeah, like the guy had hurt his feelings, so he was still mad, like huffing and puffing. I'm like having to get this dude attention and show him like how delusional he is. I'm like, Brody, I don't know if your intentions was to try to piss me off, but you're the only one in here mad. Don't you see? Like you're literally the only person that's in here upset. We're literally just all chilling. So, of course, he made like some fake troll accounts, y'all. It was so funny. You'd have to be there to see it. He made like these fake ass troll accounts. And I don't know what type of chick he think I am because I'm not loud and ratchet and I don't carry myself a certain way. I don't know if he thought that I was sitting up scared or worried about this shit. Like some people know my like ancestral background or like the spiritual stuff that I'm into and some people don't. But if he knew, he would know, like, which some people know and they still don't really know how it worked. But I'm like, anyway, boy, I'm not paying you no attention. I really was actually kind of happy for the break. So while he was doing all that, I was like, this is just giving me a time to kind of clear my mind. Plus, I had a bad headache, y'all. When I tell y'all, I believe it was a hunger headache because I like just lost my appetite all of a sudden. Like I haven't even really been feeling like cooking and eating like that or whatever. Yeah, so I felt like my body, like my hormones, and just the fact that I haven't had an appetite lately, probably had my head hurting or whatever. So that's definitely another reason on why I wasn't paying him no attention. I'm gonna change these sheets later. Why I really wasn't even paying dude no attention. So yeah, y'all, it was so fucking funny today, man. Shit. And then like this other guy that was in there, he was like cam up, whatever, because I just not cam up, but he just was like, do a 360 or whatever like that. Pretty much that's what he was pretty much saying. Like, let me see what you look like, da da da, all of this other stuff. So I kind of showed him. I ain't going into details and just smear my ass in the camera and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I showed him a little something, something. And so why the Bama bitch dude? Y'all, why he gonna come and talking? Y'all, this shit was so fucking funny. Why the fuck this man come and tell my son, oh, I'm reporting this inappropriate content. Like really trying to make it seem like literally like sick. Like trying to make it seem like something was going on that was not going on at all. And so and he did the same thing with the other guy that was telling him like, how pathetic he was and like he doing all that huffing and puffing on the internet and don't really got no money and stuff like that. And then you in here trying to disrespect a woman. Like you really looking lame and crazy, right? So the dude that was saying that was talking about, I'm poolside, I'm in a mansion, da 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 da, all of that stuff. He had no shirt on, you know what I'm saying? Because he was outside by the pool, right? And so why when he seen him, he was like, oh, I'm reporting you. You on here naked. Like, just so fucking slow. Like, nigga, he is not naked. The dude didn't have a shirt on because he was by the damn pool. What is you talking about naked? Y'all. So then the guy that he was talking about, he was like, which Y'all, it was so hard for me not to laugh loud as hell while my baby daddy was asleep. He was like, "What, you gay?" Yeah, he was like, "What, you gay, nigga? Why would I?" Because he kept asking to see him, and he was already like right there with no shirt on and shit. So yeah. So anyway, the last but not least, right? I'm definitely not gonna say no names on this. That's how you know it's you the joke or you the clown when a person ain't even gotta say your name. You know they talking about you. So there's plenty of people that I watch on YouTube, whether I support them or I'm just watching for entertainment, right? And so this one chick, on and off, I'll just like everybody else that watch her, entertainment, something to laugh at, something to watch, right? Now, I'm not no hating ass bitch. So I will say that, as far as her standing up for herself, which I don't always agree with the way she stand up for herself. Like some shit ain't worth you letting people drag you. Some shit you just gotta know when to walk away, when not to say nothing, when to ignore people. Anyway, to say the least, this particular person I knew because of my name on it, y'all. Like I said, I am gonna put it in the description. I knew somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say that I didn't think she was automatically gonna be dumb and think some shit like, oh, she's trying to, be like me or do what I do or some stupid shit. I didn't think that she was gonna try me like that because I know for a fact that this person is a fan too by a lot of the stuff that they say and do in their most recent videos, right? And I'm fine with that. We all learn from each other. We all get inspiration from other places. I'm extremely humble about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never know through life's ups and downs who you can take strength from, take, you know, being mature or whatever. Life is not easy. It don't matter what you got or who you think you are. And that's why I keep saying I'm not somebody that's just so hard to get along with. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie and act like I don't have haters because I do. Now I'm not a weak bitch, so I'm okay with dealing with haters. But that's just what's going on. So moving past that, I felt like, right, because the people that I do feel obligated to stand by, even when I don't want to, even when I don't like them, tap in, just like the song Proud Family. Even when you started acting like a fool, there's no one I love as much as you. Right? So even certain people, and I know we all feel that way, even when certain people get on my fucking nerve or I feel like, they're a little selfish or whatever the case may be, in the world I have to live in, y'all have to live in, all of us that's melanated people, sometimes it's bigger than you and it's bigger than that person. It's about you standing on something, against a corrupt ass system. So with that being said, my Bigo name was inspired by that. Obviously, most of it was inspired by myself because I go by Honey Maid. What is honey associated with? Bees. And for the spiritual divine, the real big divine, the big divine feminine energy, Oshun, right? So y'all, instead of me just putting Queen Bee, right, which I wanted to, and it had nothing even to do with the singer, right? But the idea, I was trying to find an idea with my name as well as something, So anyway, I wanted to put that, but then when I say that, I don't mean just that, like just Queen Bee, right? I mean like spelling because I wanted to do Queen Behavior, right? But I wanted to have it BEE, like Queen Bee, and then behavior, right? I just, I ain't no simple bitch, so I always be coming up with like real catchy little, cute little, what I'm saying, 1, 2 like that. And so it wasn't enough. Like they only give you but so many characters to make your name on there. So I couldn't do like the Queen BEE behavior. So I had to just spell it behavior regular. That's fine. Anyway, literally y'all, as I was making that name, I feel like this is just intuition. We all have an intuition that's, real spiritual. You really tapped into your third eye, your crown chakra. I swear to God, bro, rarely is it wrong. And sometimes that pisses me off because I be wanting my intuition when it's about negative shit. I be wanting it to be wrong so bad, but lately it hasn't been wrong. So I was like, watch her let people tell her, especially because it's an app that she used to be on, this particular person used to be on. I said, watch her try to make people think that I'm really sitting here thinking about her by being on here. And then something was like, don't think like that. Maybe, she should know that that's not the case. People be all in your business, surveillance you, all this shit. Motherfuckers know that you just on your grind, and ain't nobody gonna stop my grind, and ain't nobody, you know, if haters is gonna fall, because that's just what's gonna happen to their ass. You know what I'm saying? They better stop fucking with me. Okay. My people is the mob. Like straight up. They better fucking stop messing with me. So anyway, I had I had a premonition. I said, watch somebody either tell her this dumb shit or she just believes it. So y'all, the dude, right after he came in there doing all that dumb shit and he got chumped off or whatever, and we just everybody really we all just kind of really stopped ignoring him, stopped paying him any attention, and then it was a few other people just like over talking him, like commenting to me, like, what's up, what you doing? I'm trying to focus on you, da da da. Right, just vibing. So why either he did make some fake accounts or other, like it was like maybe two other idiots that was they name was something like this person's name. So anyway, my intuition kicked, that Scorpio intuition kicked, and I said, oh yeah, she's a clown. I'm like, bitch, come again? Really? So you really think somebody's sitting up here thinking about you? Like, bitch, you don't revolve around my coin. You don't revolve around my life. Like, girl, I got so much business going on right now. Like, I'm working on my books. Okay, I'm trying to take sewing classes. Like my spirit guides are hard on me. They don't fucking play about me. So I really don't have time to entertain the stupid shit. So I'm trying to find a course somewhere where I can go in and learn sewing classes so I can learn how to like sew like a professional so that I can, hook up these cute shirts, tank tops, skirts, all of that stuff, and sell it somewhere on a website, because I like stuff. I don't know about nobody else, but as a Sag rising and moon child, we love fashion. I like stuff that don't nobody else really got. I can't stand getting something that I think is cute, and then when I go somewhere, it's 50 other people with the same thing, or I'm scrolling TikTok and I see other people with it. So anyway, I don't have to become a millionaire selling clothes, but I enjoy styling. I enjoy putting clothes together. So yes, I'm gonna push that as well. So, and then y'all already know how the music is going. I'm not giving up on that. And then my modeling, so I just got a lot going on right now at this age and at this phase in my life. And at the end of the day, that's why I love, certain content creators here on YouTube that are they're on the feminist movement, they're in the exoticals community, because they do talk about just how ugly people's spirit is and how negative people are when, they see an independent woman, especially a melanated woman, trying to support herself, trying to be an independent boss bitch, ultimately trying to, focus on her family, her kids, or what have you. And so, obviously, like I said, I just laughed at the situation. And I just had to come on here and update y'all in the tribe today. Like, it's a few more announcements I want to make as well, because I'm finna get ready to end this live, y'all. But that shit was so fucking funny, y'all. Oh my God. What a fucking trip today. What a journey. I had fun. It was fun. I'm more than likely gonna be back on there at around 4 or 5 in the morning again, when all the early bird, like when all of the graveyard shift people is, getting off or going in or what have you. I like that, around that time. So if y'all want to catch me on there, I'll be on there again around 5 in the morning. And if you can't get on that early, I'll probably be getting off between 10 and 12 p.m. All right. But as far as readings, you guys, because I know that y'all be like addicted to my readings, even though they got me shadow banned on here, and God is working through that. We got to exercise patience, y'all. Because my readings be coming true, don't it? Clock that T. My readings be really coming fucking true, y'all. So, the moon readings, I was thinking of coming up with a date and a time sometime this week. I do need to do some other things around the house and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna make no promises and say that I will be able to do some moon readings. Um but because I know y'all that I believe Cancer. I don't know what sign the moon is in right now, y'all, but I believe Cancer moon and Leo moon is approaching. And those are two almost opposite energies, but they're very intense, y'all. So we want to be prepared for that, okay? The moon affects your emotions. It affects other people's emotions. So you always want to be on top of that, not necessarily having to stress out about getting a reading. Okay. A lot of people on YouTube, they don't really do moon readings like that. If they do, as I've stated already, it'll be like a big full moon that everybody's talking about, a lunar eclipse or something. They might do a reading on it. But a lot of people don't do moon readings for each sign, like how it's going to affect each sign, right? And so I do want to, encourage y'all to remember that you got to stay on top of that. You don't always have to necessarily do a reading. That would be the best way to secure yourself, to be aware and alert, on the lookout for what you need to expect, how it's going to affect you. But ultimately, I feel like you need to just be able to know, like, what sign is the moon in right now? What sign, so that you can check in and see, how it's affecting you. Is it affecting you negatively? Is it affecting you, positively? And so over here at Honey Tribe, this is just the type of energy and behavior that I promote and that I push and that I also model myself as a role model. Because the times we living in, people are not emotionally intelligent, y'all. People will lose it all by one dumb decision, and emotions are very, very powerful. So if you don't have those under control, if you don't have emotional intelligence, if you're not even aware of what energies, are playing a role in the earth at the time that could affect your emotions, you can be lacking out here, especially because we got so many crash out dummies and, people that ain't got shit to live for, they don't give a damn about ruining somebody else's happiness or what they trying to build and shit like that. Which those are clowns. Like they not stopping shit. We not worrying about what they got going on. Um, but yeah, y'all. So I don't know if it'll be tonight, and I don't know if it will be. I might do it tomorrow afternoon. Okay, I'm not making no promises, but if I can, I will find time when I get off of there, and you know what I'm saying, check in with my supporters and my little palace members over there at the palace. I will see, how I'm feeling and stuff like that. And I'll come back on here and do our little juicy tarot readings for, the moon readings. And then sometime later this weekend, you guys, I'll go ahead and pull out what we can expect for the new season, which what are we in? Gemini season right now? So yeah, it's gonna be in Cancer, or it's like literally gonna go in Cancer. And I'm telling you, that's definitely something that we want to see. I do just channeling, not even trying to channel right now, but I do feel like a lot of people are going to have some positive changes. I do feel like that's a time for you to be very careful, men and women, if you're not trying to have a baby, because that is Cancerian. It rules the womb, the mother, children, fertility, all of that type of stuff. So but if you are, that would be a good time for you to do some fertility rituals, okay? And things like that. So, and not even just physical fertility, if that's, you just trying to create and birth something, okay? I feel like Cancer season just overall is going to be a positive season for a lot of people. So I think I said most of what I needed to say on this live today, y'all. Yeah, of course I got, my spiritual religion stuff that I need to tend to, um moving closer towards the weekend and things like that. But overall, yeah, I just wanted to drop that for y'all, cuz a lot of us, especially if you somebody that's, that you just that guy or that girl. Like, a lot of us have to deal with stupid ass, hating ass, weird ass people who energy is just weird. Even some people that got, that claim to just have it all and be so successful, we do have to deal with it. And you just have to be mature. You just have to not let what they, people feeling like they better than you, or because they ain't never been, they ain't no felon, or they ain't never whatever angle that they coming at you. You just gotta stay positive and stay focused, right? But yeah, y'all, like, they really need to pick a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, one minute you want to gang stalk, one minute you want to be surveillance in somebody's life, trying to sabotage their life, then the next minute you want to be a hater too, which that shit is you already hating. But it's like, pick a fucking struggle already. Like, why is you hating and gang stalking? And y'all, it wasn't even just Bama bitch. It wasn't even just childish ass over there at on Bigo. Like, y'all already know how they want to crank the sirens and stuff like that. I mean, when you really is that guy or that girl, when I tell you from the stupidness, you gotta like the little shade that they try to do when you're in the car, and you gotta listen to the radio. That's why for me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't listen to the radio like that. I will put my own vibes on. Cause I feel like when you behind the wheel or when you in a moving vehicle, you have to make sure that you, and a lot of like sleep people or just people that just, your energy, you gotta make sure that that's you gotta make sure that you vibe and you got a good vibe going on. And so I'm big on that. I'm big on, not just listening to whatever because it's on the radio. Like, turn that shit off. Put on what you want to fucking listen to. You know what I'm saying? And so, they wanted to be a little petty and stuff like that. Again, none of this stuff lowers my vibration. And I don't feel like if y'all deal with stuff like this, you definitely shouldn't think into it too much or whatever. But it's just funny to me. It's just like, damn, like you ain't gotta love me. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gotta love me. But respect, you're going to respect me or you're gonna get yourself burned. You're gonna get yourself burned. And my thing is with the old wives, the old people back in the day used to say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And it's the reason I feel like why they used to say that, because you don't know people. When I say that, just that's a big statement. It's saying a lot without saying a lot. You don't know people. So if they're not bothering you, if they're not causing you no harm or nothing, they minding their business, why every day repeatedly keep coming at them from different ways? Like, damn, pick a fucking struggle. You gonna be a hater or a stalker? Which one? Like, but anyway, we ain't letting them stop our tribe. Honey Tribe is gonna grow and grow and grow. I'm gonna remember the people that have cashed at me over the years, especially when I was at my lowest, before everybody wanted to claim they homeless and being targeted by the government and stuff like that. Like, we ain't even on that no more. We keeping our vibe high, we growing and elevating. And that's no shade towards anybody that is dealing with that, because, the government do be hating. It is racism and stuff like that. But my personal tribe members, the people that did cash at me, the people that did show love to me, and that still show love to me, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I just want to say that we growing over here. I cannot wait, which I'm working on it, y'all. I'm manifesting it. My spirit guys got on to me a couple days ago and it was like, why aren't you looking at condos? Like, they was so mad at me, and I was I kind of like did the little thing like how we be in ceremony in my spiritual religion, because it was like it's like I know what they were trying to say, but I didn't want to talk out loud like I was crazy, y'all. But I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to. Like, they was mad as fuck at me. It was like, why haven't you been looking at condos? You know what I'm saying? Like, you say that you ready to, get off the level you on. You say you tired of dealing with the stalking. You ready to live on your own. You tired of people trying to make it seem like you broke or you can't have this, when we already know we on another level spiritually. We already know how this stuff really works, how this universal energy really works. And so I was just like, I didn't know. They like, yeah, what you waiting on? Like, yeah, you need to be looking up condos. You need to be picking out what state, what city. It's not gonna be here. We don't fuck with Georgia. We don't like these people. These people fake. They wishy-washy. They too low vibrational. They too hateful. They have no loyalty. The men are not masculine enough to like stand for shit. They're not worth going on no dates on with. They're not worth sitting on the phone with. They're not worth calling and saying, hey, I caught a flat tire. Can you pull up? These people down here is not shit, y'all. So obviously, my spirit guys have already been like, they've been like Miami, 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 Miami. Like, they've been going in on me about Miami and just needing to find somewhere where it's like other zones, where people are more high vibrational. They doing big shit popping. You know what I'm saying? And so, and they got the beach down there. Your girl is a real mermaid. This is real. This is real. So, I have to be somewhere about oceans and stuff, but I gotta keep a bag. I gotta keep several bags coming in. So, I always kept my options open about LA, you know what I'm saying? Because I like the studio qualities that they have out of there. It's a lot of labels, like big time labels, okay, not no little shit. It's like big labels out there in LA and stuff like that. I don't care what the movement is. As you can see, us divine people, we are the movement. We're not a part of the movement. You get what I'm saying? So if people online complaining and saying how, oh, music is not happening, da, da, da. Okay, maybe it's not happening for certain people, but that everybody is their own individual person. Okay, and if it's waves of it where a lot of people, okay, well, maybe people just don't want to hear them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the labels are not pushing them. Maybe they're not going hard enough. Maybe it's just time for them to take a break, have some kids, travel the world. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot inflict every single thing that's happening to everybody else on everybody else, if that makes sense. And so LA, I'm always keeping my options open with LA. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I go, y'all know I'm gonna be to myself. I'm gonna be away from all the stupidness, all of the low vibrational energies. But my spirits did tell me a while back, like, we never said you couldn't have friends. We never said that you couldn't be around people. We just said that you have to pick and choose. We just said that you can't just anybody that be like, link up with me, let me pull up. No, that's just like, why would you, like, I'm not slow. So spirit was just like almost kind of like, why would we even have to tell you that? Like, you should already know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that is meant for, like, it's good people out here now. There's good people out here. There's people that do have kids, they do have sisters, mothers, brothers, family members that they care about. You know what I'm saying? And they don't just go out their way or think about all day, how can I hurt somebody? How can I fuck somebody life up? It's people out here like that. And so spirit was just telling me, like, yeah, you can definitely have associates, business partners. You can definitely meet people and stuff like that. But it can't be just any damn body. It can't, you can see it. You can see how people carry themselves. You can see the other people that they deal with. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to go right, why would you hang with people that's clearly going left? Like, you make it make sense, right? So anywho, I'm thinking of some different states, y'all. Like I said, right now, only two I can really think of. Which spirit, something is telling me, like, don't worry about LA. Rihanna done left. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna's gone. Y'all know the situation that happened with her. Let's send love to Riri. Mwah. But it's like, yeah, for right now, maybe visit LA. Get you a nice, you know, rooftop something for 2 days, have a good little time and then leave. But staying there, it probably won't be the best, choice. But like I said, I just know that they do have a lot of like good studios out there, you know what I'm saying? But only thing I could think of right now, y'all, is Miami for the beach purposes, for that goddamn beach. But Florida is big, and they do have a lot of cities in Florida that have, they have their beaches and stuff like that. So I'll be thinking of that. But yeah, we're growing over here at Honey Tribe, y'all. So once once that day comes, y'all know I'm gonna do a big old nice ass fucking vlog. Okay, I'm gonna do another vlog, and we're gonna have us a good time. We're gonna have us some nice quality, classy, you know what I'm saying, content on my YouTube. I've been doing some vlogs for y'all. I'm working on one either tonight or tomorrow. And when I say vlog, obviously I'm going to edit the video. So I am gonna do that for y'all and upload it. Be on the lookout. I've been dropping music. I've been dropping raps. I hope that y'all have been appreciating that. But this is y'all getting complete exclusive stuff. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna think about switching it on to members only. But I might just give y'all a grace period and just put only some stuff on members. Because what's happening is, for the people that didn't know, is y'all getting pretty much exclusive content, meaning I'm not gonna just leave my songs like that. If you're thinking that you're slow, like, I'm not gonna just leave my raps and my R&B songs. I'm not just gonna leave it like that. I'm actually, um, a few people I chatted with today, they told me they got studios and stuff like that, but I'm still waiting to get my license. I'm waiting to finally move into my own spot. I'm trying to work out this custody situation with me and my children's father. Obviously, we've been talking about family vacations all together with the kids. And when I say family vacations, I'm not talking about like me and him together as a couple or nothing. No, just both of us with our kids. So he's not like just quickly trying to, part ways or anything like that. But I do know that for me, the goal is to definitely eventually, the kids, maybe they come stay with me for the summer, you know what I'm saying? Since I be so busy, with the music, with the modeling, with the writing the books, with, giving my fans and my supporters their time and supporting y'all and reaching out to y'all, even through the shadow banning, even through the hate, even through the illusions and stupidness, right? And you know what? Let me go ahead and tell y'all, I've been embracing this because I don't think it was the elite. I believe it was, I have to do a reading and see, but my ancestors, they was like, please do not go so hard on yourself about the shadow banning, about them not just thrusting you into the algorithm. Because honestly, when it comes to that big, big documentary, because I've always been, a cold bitch when it comes to networking, like really knowing how to pick the few out of the litter, if you following me. And so it's some people out here that's cold with that whole editing, making movies, documentaries, music videos and stuff like that. So the answers, I don't think it was the least, but something was just telling me like, don't trip so hard over you being shadow banned and looking at, all the basic people that got all these followers and supporters and all this other shit. Because when you do your documentary, it's pretty much going to tell the story, and it's going to be very, very entertaining. It's going to tell the story about my first son that was adopted, that whole court case, some triggering things, y'all, about my sex trafficking journey. I'm definitely going to open up about that and how traumatizing it was, and then just how I've had to battle through, trying to keep my mental health stable. You know what I'm saying? Some personal things that I've also dealt with when it comes to health. Having my weed laced when I smoked at the time, being raped, even going to prison for a year. So hopefully before the year is over, I will be able to completely have that documentary ready for y'all, and pushing that out there is, I'm telling you now, it's not going to be something simple. It's not going to be like nothing y'all have ever seen. I am going to be very transparent in it, have outside footage, take y'all with me some places, just take y'all along the journey. Hopefully when I do find a studio, maybe I can finally open up and trust somebody to, pull up on me and take me to their studio or whatever. But I got to do my readings. I got to know that I can trust them. Just the basic questions. I don't want to know everything. But when it gets to certain stuff, it's going to be in that documentary. The things that I don't upload on my YouTube channel, I will put it in the documentary. And it's going to be called Introducing Honey Maid. Okay. And also, you guys, also a lot of the videos that I have, last but not least, when it comes to the documentary, a lot of the footage that I have on my YouTube on this particular page, the Honey Maid page, that's private. About the trafficking and stuff that I went through, stuff with my mom, altercations that I've had in the past that will never happen again. All of that will also be in the documentary, because pretty much what I'm doing is I'm telling a story. I'm telling about how things were. I'm also going to drop some history facts. And if I do come across some cool people, which, I have my favorites, when it comes to the conscious community. But if I do network and talk to some conscious people that, also have their taking opinions on the active racism that we deal with in this country, statistics, numbers when it comes to the corrupt judicial system and things like that, I will let them ask me some questions and also put that in there. But this will just be part one right now. And then obviously in a few years, I'll probably try to, put together another documentary where it's introducing Honey Maid to the world. And that'll be more so me, stepping out more, coming out my shell a little bit more, maybe doing some performances, linking up with some people, for the music stuff and so on and so forth, also, just me getting back to living alone, you know what I'm saying, and on my feet, in my own place, you know, um, just trying to get back used to having my kids over for the weekend or whatever. Like I said, me and my kids' father, we did talk a little bit about it. So, maybe him having them during the school year. because he is that type of dad. And I'm not like too much down his throat to where it's like I'm tripping if he has a girlfriend or if the man ever remarries. I want him to be happy, and I know for a fact he wants that too. He always has treated me like a princess since I was 22. If you come from my Facebook page, you know that I have an actual picture where I say that when I was pregnant with our first child. So do we fight? Do we disagree? Everybody does. If you don't, I would wonder. But rarely, okay, rarely. He's always spoiling me, giving me what he has to offer, and I believe one day he's gonna be extremely blessed. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that he might just hit the lottery one day, and at least he knows that a woman like me just ain't around for his money. I do everything I can. Like I said, I deal with the projections, I deal with miserable people surveillancing us, watching us, trying to put me down. But through all of that, he knows who I am. He knows who the mother of his kids is. He knows that I'm a very talented, beautiful, independent woman that has always carried my weight, has always tried to make our home, our life, even when we was going through it in the past, make things the best that it could be. And so yeah, I will be, putting that exclusive those videos, because I have a video where we were at the hotel in the past recently, when I was released from prison. It's just a lot of stuff that's on private, y'all, that I'm going to put in that documentary. And when I upload it to YouTube, it will definitely be for members only. Okay. Um, so yeah, I believe I said everything. I didn't want to go over 45 minutes, and we have 45 minutes. So that's it. That's all, Honey Tribe. Make sure y'all come and interact with me if you like this video. If you want to make, just drop some suggestions for the channel, I'm all open to it. Always open to constructive criticism, long as it's not hate, long as it's not shade or too overbearing. And yeah, feel free if y'all want to tap in with the Bigo Live. Just make sure you speak. Make sure you let me know you from YouTube. And as far as the readings, I'm not really like doing the readings over there on Bigo quite yet. I'm waiting on some stuff to get pushed through first. And even when I do get pushed through over there, I want to wait until I actually put a post up so that y'all will know on this YouTube account as well as the Princess Diamond Tarot account that I'm actually going live and going to be doing readings so that people can have their donations ready, okay? Because I'm not working for free, child. My gifts are very, very elite, and my readings actually come true. And I can't be dropping that type of tea for nothing. So you know, I will try to make it affordable, but I don't want to overwork myself. So, $5 one question readings. Will this work out for me? Should I, invest in this? What do you see in my fortune? Do you ever see me getting married again? Da da da. Because I'm gonna just tell y'all now, everybody ain't got it on them. Everybody ain't got it on them. Everybody ain't got it on them, child. Everybody ain't got that gift. Everybody ain't got those type of spirits. They like my spirits don't play. They definitely be showing me what's going on. Okay. And even there's a saying, even with us seers, they say sometimes that a seer has to go to another seer. I don't always agree with that. But when the time permits, I'm gonna just say by next week, you guys. By next week, we'll be able to, y'all will be able to pull up, you know what I'm saying, to the Bigo Live, and y'all can come on there and we can kick it for a few hours and y'all can have y'all questions ready. I'm gonna say they will be like $10. Okay, and I'll at least spend like a good quality 5 to 10 minutes going in depth with your reading. Now, if it's private, at that point you can message me on there because you'll have the app downloaded. You could just message me on there and ask me the question, and then I'll get back to you. I'll just, do the reading, and I'll type everything that I've seen in the cards and catch you up like that. So yeah, I'll be doing it. It ain't like I'm just asking y'all for no money. I'm actually giving you a service in return. So um there's a variety of different questions or categories. It doesn't just have to be general, like about finances, health, court cases. It doesn't have to just be about love, anything that y'all want to ask me. So I'm gonna just say like by next Monday. It could be sooner, but I just told y'all there's other things that I'm working on. Your girl is busy. Like I said, I'm trying to work on getting these books out, these urban books, okay, which I ain't spoke on too much because I'm gonna surprise y'all. Trust me. But I'm working on this series. It's my baby, y'all. I said sometime this week that I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to at least do the rough draft and get that pushed out. I'm waiting on some business loans to get pushed through as well. And so, yeah, for y'all, Honey Tribe, good things happening. I will be open to subscribing back. Any new subscribers that come on, welcome. And we just gonna grow together. No sourness over here. We live in the sweet light. That's why it's Honey Tribe. I'm telling you now, my spirits will hunt you down if you are not a sweet person and you're not here to be sweet towards me, meaning interact, show love, okay, be high vibrational, be sweet, be honey. And if not, then you're not welcome over here. And I mean that in the most respectful way. You're not welcome in Honey Tribe. Honey Tribe is always about life being sweet. Okay, we make honey over here. All right, so it don't matter what we dealing with. As you can see, I just told y'all what's gonna be in the documentary. I have been through ups and downs. And even at my lowest, guess what, baby? It wasn't as sour and fucked up like it is for some people because I'm Honey Tribe. All right, so y'all got to put some respect on the tribe. Like, this is a lifestyle. Honey Tribe is a lifestyle. I put too much work into Honey Tribe, which is why they do try to shadow ban. But as you can see, some people still on the back end, they still pushing, they still repping that brand, they still repping Honey Tribe because they know that life is sweet when you rep Honey Tribe. So, they can try to shadow ban me. They're not going to be able to do that for too long because it's just going to, I'm telling you, this channel is going to bust it wide open. Watch. Watch. This channel is gonna bust it wide open eventually, and we just gonna let it all hang out. And I ain't talking about nothing literally. This is all metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they can't keep us. They can't keep us divided. They can't keep us. Honey Tribe, stand the fuck up. Stand the fuck up, Honey Tribe. They mad because it's forever gonna be sweet over here. While everybody else bitter. While they in Lemon Tribe. Okay. While shit is just very fucking sour. You know what I'm saying? We good. We good. Everything gonna be good. Everything gonna be sweet. And it ain't gonna be no sourness. It ain't gonna be no bitterness. It ain't gonna be no negativity that comes near Honey Tribe. And it is so. And it is so. And it is so. And all of my spirit guides are going to see to it. Okay, so I want to send love and homage to the goddess Oshun. We've had to make some adjustments with our relationship for the better, and she's still fighting with me. I'm still gonna show love and homage to her, play her music, worship her, and everything like that. So y'all just stop thinking that this is a small deal. Stop thinking that this is spiritual. This is beyond what the government can even control if they wanted to. All right, so y'all gotta just wake up and open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on out here. Honey Tribe is a force to be reckoned with. It's a movement. All right. Honey Tribe Global. Honey Made Global is the Honey Tribe takeover. All right. And we will live a sweet life. Us melanated women, whether you are melanated, you know what I'm saying, LGBTQ man that considers yourself to be Honey Tribe, or you just a man that is okay and balanced in your masculine and feminine energy, in your divine masculine and divine feminine energy, and you also represent and respect the movement of Honey Tribe. But I don't want it to be forced from nobody, because you know what I'm saying. You just got to be chose for this, and you would know if you chose for this. I mean, small synchronicities, like, you've heard the name Oshun a lot, like she been calling you. Small synchronicities, you know what I'm saying? You've been drawn towards the EFI system. Small synchronicities, you know what I'm saying? The color yellow, the color orange, the color gold stands out to you a lot. You'll know, bro. You'll know, like even in the worst of the worst of the worst situations, love finds you. Women are sweet to you. Women look out for you. Women defend you sometimes when you getting into it with people. You know, life just somehow always is very sweet to you, even in the ugliest situations, even dealing with the most sour, evil, negative ass people that want to try to come for you, that want to try to bring you down, that want to think of shit. You gotta just you'll know if you Honey Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because I myself, I deal with a lot of people where it's like you gotta learn how to read the room. You can't just listen to what people say. You gotta read the energy. So I say that to say, like, on sites like the Bigo app, you know what I'm saying? Which shout out to the Bigo people. But even on apps like Bigo, y'all, I noticed like there's a range of ages. You got young kids on there, you got middle-aged people on there, like in their 20s and 30s. You got people on there that's like way older than that, that's still cool, you know. But I'm saying, like, sometimes when you're dealing with like really old, ignorant people set in their ways, miserable, bitter, or you dealing with young, ignorant ass, miserable, angry, because some of the young folks be angry, like these real young people, they be angry as hell. When you dealing with them, you got to learn how to read energy. You have to literally press mute in your mind to what they're saying and read the energy. And if you do that, a lot of times you'll notice, like, this person thought of this. Like, this person really thought of this for a long fucking time before they said this shit to me, because they wanted to try to bring me down. Hey, nothing nobody say and nothing nobody do is going to affect Honey Tribe. Honey Tribe is only growing even more. So I got somebody working on an AI thing for me. I already seen it. Shout out to her. Shout out to all the millionaire, black billionaire goddesses and empresses from actresses. Shout out to Nia Long, Maya. You know, it's the number of them. You know, and so Honey Tribe is getting big, y'all. Like, this is serious. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, put some respect on it. If that's not what you in, please don't false claim. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, you will see a lot of different divine feminine out there with the honey thing on there, because they're a part of Honey Tribe and they realize how serious this is. It's either Honey Tribe or die. You know what I'm saying? Either or mind your business. You either gonna have a sweet life and respect this shit, or you gonna just, you know what I'm saying, you gonna have a sour ass life where you crying and stuff like that. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to come over here and update y'all. I only went 10 minutes over, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and end this live. But just be on the lookout, like I said, for the moon readings this weekend, and or tomorrow or this weekend, as well as sometime next week, me doing what all signs what we can all expect for this Cancer season, so we can prepare. And the documentary down the line, and the Honey Tribe, excuse me, Honey the Mermaid mixtape. I'm looking for a quality studio or some sort of equipment that I can just record it here at home, where it sounds a little better, and then get send it somewhere where they can put it all together, put the whole thing together, and I can upload it to, I can't remember what the mixtape site is where everybody upload all their mixtapes. So it'll be on that platform, Apple Music, YouTube, as well as SoundCloud. Okay, y'all. So just be on the lookout for this stuff, y'all. Big things going on. Light and love. Peace.